Hi, it's Professor Murray. Welcome to Part B of Project Management Scheduling. I'm going to talk about software now for scheduling. In the previous lecture, I showed how to do a forward pass and a backward pass for critical path management. Now we're going to do it using software, so this is the easy way. First, let's look at the outline for Chapter 6. As I told you before, the four in the center are really the part that we're going to focus on. Define activities, that's making a work breakdown structure. Estimating durations, that's kind of part of the work breakdown structure. Sequence activities, that's making our network diagram, and then developing the schedule. When we use the software, we do all four of these steps at the same time, and the software does a lot of the heavy lifting. Let's look at what our choices are for software. Microsoft Project. It's a great program. It's very powerful. It's kind of the industry standard. I think most project management organizations use Microsoft Project. There's some other ones that actually are more powerful than Microsoft Project, but it's kind of the benchmark. The downside is it's really expensive and it's really big. Most organizations, if they don't specialize in project management, won't have copies of project management because they don't want to spend the money on it. You can download a 1-month free trial if you want to try it, but keep in mind it's quite a big program, so make sure you have enough hard drive space on your computer to actually install it. The second option is using Microsoft Excel, and I have a video on how to do a Gantt chart using Microsoft Excel. It's real slick because you can do it kind of a quick and easy way to make a schedule. The downside is it's really awkward to maintain it. Every time you make a change, you have to do a lot of little things just to make it look right, and it's easy to kind of mess it up. So it's quick and easy, but it's not really robust. There's several open software options available. Probably the biggest, most popular one is called Open Project. And Open Project is popular. A lot of people use it, but keep in mind it runs on Linux. It doesn't run on Windows and it doesn't run on Apple OS. If you want to use Open Project, you have to install Linux on your computer and then install it. Another option, also open source software, is called Gantt Project. And that one I think is perfect for this course because it does everything we need to do. It's a small program. The software is actually on Canvas. You can download it directly from Canvas, install it, and you're up and running. You do have to also install Java, and that's also on Canvas, so install both of those and you're ready to go. Here's what it looks like when you do a Gantt chart with Gantt Project. And I'm going to get out of my presentation and open up the software so I can just show you a couple things about it. Here I've been working on the work breakdown structure that I talked about last lecture for doing a purchase and install of a milling machine. And you can see I've got my work breakdown structure here. I don't have my durations in, so a lot of these just show 1 day. 1 day is the default. Some of these I have some information in. Now, if I want to, I'll start down here with inspections. To put in my durations, there's a couple ways to do it. I can double click and I can just set my duration. I'll put that at 10 days. And that made that bar 10 days long. The other thing I can do is I can get my cursor where it's the arrow like this, and I can just drag that guy over. To set my predecessors, again, there's a couple ways. I could open this up, go to predecessors, and add one, and let's say I want foundation inspection. Here it is. And that put the little link arrow in there and made that a predecessor. The other way I can do it is when my cursor is a hand with a finger, And just click on that and drag it to the next guy, and that automatically made it a predecessor. And then I can put some duration in there. You can put predecessor links between tasks or subtasks, and maybe here I'll go from this guy down to that subtask, and maybe I'll go from this guy to this guy. So lots of ways you can make links. You can get it kind of messy too, so be careful how you're doing it. There's my Gantt chart. Now if I click on this PERT tab, or I go to View PERT, I turned it off. There's a PERT diagram or a CPM diagram of my project, and the guys in yellow are the critical path. So the software is doing a lot of work for me. It's a very nice software, and I think you're going to enjoy doing it. I'm sure you'll enjoy doing it much more than doing the forward pass and backward pass of analyzing a schedule. We're not going to do forward and backward passes anymore in this course. You needed to do it to learn about it. But now that you know how that works, we're going to let the software do it for us. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.